In the closing years of the Sengoku era, Japan was consumed by perpetual conflict. The fires of war raged on, spreading deep into the mountains, to the land of Ashina.
Is the war finally over?
Ashina staged a bloody coup and wrested control of the land.
What's the matter, Stray? Nothing left to lose? Well, would you look at that? Fascinating. Will you join me, starving wolf?
On that day, a young cub was taken from the battlefield. He trained relentlessly, and indeed, went on to become a master shinobi.
Listen, Wolf. You must never forget the Shinobi Code. As your father, my word is absolute. Your master's is a close second. As of today, he is your master. Defend him with your life. If he is taken, bring him back at any cost. You understand me, don't you, Wolf?
Okay, we'll stay quiet here through the cutscenes. I think I'm going to have a blast with exploring Ghost now that I'm getting more comfortable. It's a great game, man, and it's stunningly beautiful, especially on the PS5. It's so fun to explore that island.
And the shinobi, known as Wolf, had lost everything. Both the man who took him in and the boy he had sworn to protect.
Shinobi, open your eyes. For the sake of your master.
Okay, and we start new. So Pick up the ornamental letter, a letter thrown into the well. Kuro's Wolf, your destiny awaits you at the Moonview Tower. Escape the well and find the tower bathed in moonlight. Even without a blade, you can reach it. Stay silent, stay vigilant. Okay, let's get going here. For this, we are going to slow down this stream a little bit versus my first one on Twitch. Just so we can get some... You know what, I've always been curious what would happen if you drop down there. Oh, that's the well, maybe, that we just came out of. We'll see all this area later on in the game. So, for now, we're going to take the appropriate route this time, instead of being a jerk and going through the middle like the speedrunning strat does. Stealth. Advance without being seen by crouching in bushes or moving under floors. You do not have a sword at the moment. Use stealth to avoid enemies and head to the Moonview Tower. If you're about to be seen, warning markers appear above enemies' heads.
That shinobi at the bottom of the well. We didn't shackle him, restrain him, nothing. That doesn't worry anybody?
Not at all. Not only is he unarmed, he has completely lost his will to live.
So we can get, I think, an eavesdrop here. I don't know if you gotta be a specific area.
The moonlight shines strongly on the Moonview Tower tonight. The divine heir is probably using the light for his reading again.
Probably, but imprisoning a mere child. I feel sorry for the boy.
Agreed. But I'm sure Lord Genichiro has his reasons.
Head out this way. And we see the tower bathed in moonlight up above here. So we will have a chance for... I wonder if we can eavesdrop from the grass.
The Moonview Tower door. Check that it's locked, right?
It's certainly locked. Nobody fixed that hole in the wall.
That? Don't worry about it. The hole faces the edge of a cliff. No one could pass through it.
Little does he know, we are about to pass through it. So we're going to go over here. You're going to get a prompt to ledge hang here. We're going to work our way around and up to the tower. So this way. Up here. And then up here. And into the tower we go. And that's the proper way you're supposed to do that sequence there.
You did well to come here. It's been too long, Wolf.
I've come to free you, my lord.
Well then. Raise your head. Kusabimaru, your sword. My shinobi.
Yes, sir. Fresh start. Since we're over on YouTube, we just started a new save. It'll be easier to piece together a walkthrough because on New Game Plus, the items are different that you're picking up.
In my service.
Obviously, it's far easier on New Game Plus, especially when you grind out 99 attack power.
As you command.
So we're going to get our sword, a katana given by Kuro, the divine heir, an heirloom of the Harada family, a cadet branch descending from Ashina. Once thought lost, it has found its way back into the hands of Wolf. The name Kusabimaru beseeches, quote, a shinobi's role is to kill, but even a shinobi must not forget mercy, end quote. A mantra the blade itself may manifest. So, talk to him.
Loyal Wolf. I see you are wounded.
We're probably not gonna stick around for a lot of the commentary on this. because we're just trying to do a walkthrough here. So, Healing Gourd, a gourd filled with vitality restoring medicine. Resting refills the gourd, made by an apprentice of the extraordinary Dr. Dogen, I don't know how you say it. Though it is strange that the gourd's medicinal waters refill automatically, the seeds within may hold the secret to how it works.
My lord.
So, let's skip through everything she's saying here. We're going to do nothing. And then we are going to equip our healing gourd. So, into the menu here, and equip it. We can heal ourselves right now since our health is very low. And then we can head out. And this is going to be an introduction to the posture and death blow system. A shinobi aims to break an opponent's posture. Attacking an enemy is one way to achieve this. When an enemy's posture breaks, he is vulnerable to a shinobi death blow. R1 for attack, L1. Or R1 after breaking for death blow. So, you can also sneak up behind these dudes and just snatch them. Don't forget that you are playing a ninja game here, so there's no shame in striking from the shadows. Deflecting in the game is something that you should definitely get used to sooner rather than later, because it's going to make your time with this game significantly easier. Sometimes a relentless attack is not enough to break enemies' posture. Deflecting enemy attacks is another way to damage their posture. A master shinobi uses a combination of deflect and attack to achieve swift victory. L1 at the moment an attack lands to deflect. And that's exactly, precisely correct on how you master this game. You need to weave in. Of course, you can just do the deflect, but most enemies you're going to need to weave in your attacks as well. This is just showing you the lock-on system, another important step for the game. Come over here and snatch this dude up. This is a door we're going to be able to unlock later. So work your way through this area. This is a great area to learn the deflecting early on, but we are going to get a better option to do so here in a bit. Then we're going to face our very first boss here, Counter Slash. Counter Slash can be performed immediately after deflecting an attack. This allows you to deal posture damage without giving the enemy time to recover. L1 at the moment attack lands to deflect, and R1 after deflecting. It's just a quick slash you do after. Uh-oh. You can definitely hear the difference between deflects and when you don't time it properly. This guy, you might struggle with this guy. As you see, I'm already struggling with this guy because we're so low on health at the time. And we only have one healing gourd, so he's really just here to introduce you to the 2 death blow mechanic for most bosses. So that'll take down our first mini boss. We will get a pellet for that one, and then we're going to work our way around this corner here, grab the fistful of ash, and head over to the bridge. And we are going to go underneath here. So, just to show what I'm doing here, you get a double jump on the wall. So you can jump and then jump again to kind of bounce up a little further. I think Chad has found his niche here doing walkthroughs. Does a great job teaching these games and explaining things. I appreciate that, man. Kind words from Mike. I assume is Mike, at least.
Bottom of the moat, under the bridge. We just got orders to guard it.
Let us not forget that Nick did say, on air, that if I made a walkthrough for Sekiro, that he would play and use the walkthrough. And I really want Nick to play this game. So, take down this little ugly troll, and then jump as far over here as you can. Grab another pellet, and then we will go down to the door here and call Kuro with the reed whistle. It has been a long time since I have played a new game on this. I typically always do New Game Plus, so we'll see how much we get our butt kicked during this.
Wolf, you found it. Now let us leave this place.
Yes, my lord.
To think that this is the only way, to run from the fated bloodline, is the only answer.
So you can talk to him for more story if you want to, since we're just piecing together the path for you. We're gonna head up and meet Genichiro for the first time.
The divine heir. Last we stood together was your uncle's funeral.
Lord Genichiro. Thank you.
Leave this to me.
So this is one of the classic you can't win this fight kind of fights. You can actually win it, but the result at the end is the same. You just get a different cutscene versus the one that you would get if you let him kill you. So we're not going to fight him just for time's sake. We're going to meet this guy later on. As I said, we weren't going to do it. I started fighting him. So he's going to chop our arm off. If you beat him, kill him with 2 death blows, you get a cutscene where one of his little servants throws a shuriken at you to distract you, and then he ends up cutting your arm off anyway.
Is that all the Shinobi has to offer? The divine heir will be coming with me. What is this?
So you're awake. Looks like death is not your fate, just yet.
So we have acquired the Shinobi Prosthetic, the artificial arm of Shinobi passed down by the Sculptor. A replica of a human arm fitted with a variety of mechanisms, apparently designed with modification in mind. While it bears a number of cuts, it is stained thick in blood and oil. It has been impeccably maintained. So we're gonna head over here and talk to him.
What do you call yourself? Your eyes. The eyes of a wolf who has failed in his duties. Or so it seems to me.
That is not your concern.
Spoken like a true shinobi. I must carve the Buddha. You do what you will.
So feel free to choose any of these options for more story content.
You're quite other. There's one in the clearing to the right to you.
We are going to head out of here. These were actually added in a relatively recent update, which are remnants, which are basically the same thing that Dark Souls games have. People can leave messages for you. I believe right now we have them turned off. Grab the pellet here, and then we're going to run up and talk to this dude here, who's going to be very useful for you as you learn the game systems.
Never seen you before. Your name? Won't tell me. But you do have the look of a skilled shinobi. A shinobi. Or perhaps... Sir, please heed my humble request. Face me in battle.
Defeat him, and you will see that he is undying.
Still alive.
I actually have a manga up on my dresser that is this dude's story.
That swordsmanship.
But what this guy is he is FromSoftware's way of saying, hey, Dark Souls fans, you're going to have a hard time with this game because it's totally different. So here's a little training dude that you can train with. So we're going to accept his offer, and then we will have options here for training with attacks, deflects, and step dodges. As we unlock more skills throughout the game, we will get more options for training.
Come back if you have...
So for now, we are going to head out here. Okay. And then we're going to get to our first Sculptor's idol here. And these are basically the campfires from Dark Souls. We will get a variety of useful things out of these as we move on through the game. You can rest to refill your gourd, as well as travel, fast travel, all kinds of stuff, upgrade your skills, and we'll show that all off when it becomes available. We now have a grappling hook. Shinobi's Prosthetic's grappling hook allows access to normally unreachable places and a chance to take the high ground. Obi-Wan would be proud. Nearby grapple points are designed with a circular symbol. When the symbol turns green, the grapple point is within reach. Okay? So, L2 is your grapple hook. And we are going to work our way up here and get to our first in-game Sculptor's idol, as well as work our way through Ashina outskirts here. So, just showing that you can fast travel. The very top here is going to be important places that we find throughout the game. Right now, the only thing on there is the dilapidated temple. But we will get more in that category as we move forward here. Hello, Shinobi. Grab the hook, please. So we're going to come up and take this dude down. This is another thing you need to be very cognizant of as you're playing. Acquiring enemy loot. Enemies drop loot such as items and money. Multiple enemies can be looted at once and from a distance away. So basically you just need to hold square to acquire the coins, and you'll see we get like a little vortex there that sucks in all the money and items. So as you're killing enemies, you definitely want to be holding that so you're getting everything that they're dropping. We're going to work our way... Ooh, I don't want to get spotted by that dude. We're going to drop down on this guy right here. So if you're coming from Dark Souls playing this game, you're gonna have a bad time trying to do the dodges, the classic Dark Souls roll. It's in here. It's not a roll, it's a dodge. But you will get eaten alive if you try using this on majority of the enemies. Some enemies it's useful, but your main defense mechanism is the L1 block and the deflect with L1. And this is what you need to master, and you need to master it early. And this is why I had such a difficult time with this game at first, because I was not using this deflect system. Once you learn this and get the timing down, the game becomes significantly easier. So you definitely want, if you're struggling, go over to the training dude that we just showed off to get it down. And I also recommend just killing every enemy that you come in contact with. Don't forget, like I said, we are a ninja, so there's no shame in striking from above, striking from behind, and doing the stealth takedowns. It's another system in this game that's not in Dark Souls. We now have the ability to do an instant takedown on enemies if we stealth them. So, usually, when I'm dropping in on somebody, I like to lock onto them just so, I know where I'm heading. And you just jump down, you get the red button, and then you just hold R1. And the kind of mechanics of the game take over. So it's very easy. You don't have to necessarily aim or anything. Oh boy. Okay, we're going to suck up all the money, grab a sugar. We'll explain the sugars a little later on once we get some more of them unlocked. For now, we are going to grab this pellet and then head up to our next idol here. But instead of hitting this idol, for now we're going to go past it and get to here to grab our first Shinobi tool, the Shuriken wheel. And this is one of the better Shuriken weapons, and you get it very early in the game. Mechanical device made by the mechanical genius Dogen? I don't know how you say it, like I said earlier. Can be fit into the Shinobi Prosthetic to become a working prosthetic tool. While it is palm size, a surprising number of Shuriken can fit into the Shuriken wheel, as the edges were designed for stacking, a fine example of what can be achieved when one matches mechanical finesse with Shinobi talent. So, now we're going to head back to the Sculptor's idol and activate it. Uh-oh. Get up there, Shinobi. So we're going to activate this, and you got to keep in mind that every one of these you see, just activate it, because eventually you're going to be able to travel back to them. We're going to go back to the dilapidated temple for now. And put on the Shuriken wheel. We're going to be back here very soon to add a Gourd Seed. But for now, we're going to go in here and fit a prosthetic tool. And we have the Shurikens available, and we will fit that.
Yes. No.
And then we will go into the menu and equip it. And now we have the option to use shurikens as long as we have spirit emblems. And spirit emblems are required to activate prosthetic tools and are consumed each time these abilities are used. Spirit emblems can be obtained from defeated enemies in the world and purchased from the Sculptor's idol. If you pass near them, they will find their way to you. So, back to where we were for our first official mini-boss. Right now we have 3 options on here. Rest, which is going to refill your health, refill your gourds, as well as respawn all the enemies in the area. Purchased spirit emblems, these are what are used to use the prosthetic tools as well. Some skills in the game as well. Cursed hole in your palm, Bio says. Sorry, Bio, I didn't see that you commented. For now, we're going to go back to the outskirts gate path. Now, from here, there are some wolves that you can see, which can be taken down with a single shuriken. So we're going to drop down to take those down. And then we're going to see if we can find that bundled Jesus statue that we found earlier. If I can remember how to get up there. First hole in the wind tunnel where all the money goes. Oh yeah, there you go. Grab this pellet, and then I don't even know if we can survive this early. But yeah, we're gonna find out. And we can, sweet. So down here, grab the bundled Jesus statue. We will explain what those do a little later on. Once we have our first death, it will be a little easier to explain. And I want to get back up there. I don't want to go this way. So, for the first time, we're going to use our homeward idol, which is automatically in your inventory at the beginning. This allows you to go, it's basically an instant fast travel point from anywhere back to either your last communed idol or the dilapidated temple idol. We're going to do last communed. And we are going to get up onto this roof here and work our way around. There is a rooster over here that you can go kill if you want. We might as well while we're here, since we are playing a new game. Every little bit of XP helps. Oh my goodness. Stop it. You can deflect the roosters, but they can be quite annoying if you let them get going, so it's best to sneak up to them if you can. And then down here is you're going to see a guy standing down here. See him? And this is our first mini boss. And this is the guy who decimated me in this game the first time that I played it. I worked on this dude for like an hour, and I ended up getting frustrated and returning the game and saying like, here, it's too hard. But after I did that, I was like, come on, man, like I've never not beaten a game because it's too difficult, and it just sat in my head for so long that I couldn't get it out, and I ended up buying it again, and I feel like I'm pretty decent at this game now. So the way that the boss fights, mini bosses work in this game is a lot of them you can get a stealth takedown on. So you see the 2 dots up in the left hand corner. That means that we need to either fill up their posture bar or lower their health bar twice before we can perform a finishing death blow on them. If you are able to get a stealth attack like I just did, you will lower that 2 down to 1, and then you just have to do it once. So you'll see as we move through the playthrough here, we're going to be doing a lot of stealth blows on the mini bosses, the ones that we can at least. And then the next thing is Perilous Attacks. This guy has a Perilous Attack Some enemies use unguardable perilous attacks, signified with a danger symbol, which is the red kanji that will pop above your head. When these occur, watch carefully and look to perform a specific response. We will get to that later on. L1 as a thrust lands to deflect it. X before a sweep lands to jump. For grabs, jump, or sprint out of the range with the circle dodge. So just be mindful of that as you're fighting this guy. He also has the ability to lower his posture meter. So if we see him doing that, we're going to want to hit him with a Shuriken. Right there. We're close enough to keep on him. This is a perilous attack. You can do a little Mario head bounce on him there when he does it. Just jump, and then as you're coming down on his head, you jump again. And that will take down our first mini-boss. And we will get a prayer bead. And this is a loose prayer bead, offering 4 of them at a Sculptor's Idol will increase your max vitality and posture. Currently, the Wolf has 1 bead in his possession, and a Gourd Seed. Okay? So for now, we are going to head back to Emma, who we have not talked to yet, and offer her our Gourd Seed to get another healing gourd. So back to the dilapidated temple. You'll see now that we have our first prayer bead. We now have the option to increase our physical attributes, and you see that we have 1 of 4 prayer beads. So we are unable to do it right now. Back to the dilapidated temple we go. So we will go over to Emma and talk to her for the first time.
Truly returned from the dead. The power of the dragon's blood. I never thought I'd see it with my own eyes.
Who are you?
My name is Emma. I am a doctor serving a certain master.
What master?
Forgive me, but for his safety, I cannot reveal his identity. However, my master gave explicit orders to assist you in any way I can. I'm not telling you to trust me. However, I must fulfill my master's orders. The gourd of medicinal water you possess, that was originally a creation of mine. I am a doctor, and I will assist you in that capacity.
So, she is a doctor. We're going to be using her for various things throughout the game, including multiple endings that we're going to get. We're going to go for one specific ending probably here on the stream, which is the more difficult one to piece together. But for now, we're going to present her with our healing gourd seed. Give her the seed to increase our ability to heal. So now instead of having 1 healing gourd, we have 2.
Goodbye.
And we will head back to where we came from. Back to the gate path. And we will continue working our way through Ashina outskirts here. So, same path as before. Like I said, well, I should mention it again because it wasn't on YouTube that I said it. But we are not going to be doing a complete 100% walkthrough of the game. Just because I don't think I even know where every single item is. But we will be doing boss strategies and routes and all that stuff, so for now, we are going to head this way. Up here. And up here. And now, this is a area full of a lot of guys. You see some of them are pathing, some of them are standing still, and some of them have guns. So we're going to try to be as careful as possible here. We're going to wait for this guy to path up here because we're going to get a eavesdrop that we can take on these guys. So drop down onto the tree and then hit L3 to squat, and we can get an eavesdrop.
Do you think it can be won? I fear we may not prevail.
What? We'll be just fine. Look, Ishii may be sick, but he's still going strong. Genichiro is a terror with the bow. And of course, we have Diobu the demon.
Diobu the demon. We will be seeing him soon enough. So, if you get spotted, we want to try and take down this gun guy first because he can be very problematic throughout this area. If you get spotted though, you literally can just run back away or hide until the stealth comes, or the stealth breaks back and we can move back in. So it just resets the encounter. We're going to grab this item here while we're here, Fistful of Ash. We'll use that on a boss later, much later in the game. So same thing, back up onto this little watchtower here. And then you see that there are lots of guys here. And we want to not get spotted. So we can try and stealthily take all these guys out. The thing you want to avoid the most in this game is fighting multiple enemies at once. It can be become very hectic. So as soon as his yellow arrow disappears, we're going to jump down here. And then squat again. We can jump on this guy. And get back up on the tree and squat once again. And then we have this guy here we can drop down onto. Make sure you hold square once you take a couple enemies out to get all their loot. There is a big guy right here, you see him. This guy will be the bane of your existence if you don't get a stealth blow on him. So we're going to drop down behind him and stealth up behind him for a death blow. And then from here we're going to work our way back up to that tower that we came from. Over this way into the tall grass over here and down this little ledge, and then we can sneak up on this guy right here. Be careful because depending on enemy pathing, you might have guys coming up the step here. So we see these guys here. We're going to try to get up behind them. You can bump into the enemy to get him to slow down so his other enemies don't hear you if you want. It does take them a little bit to turn around. Fortunately, he was too close there, but there's only two of them, so we'll just fight. In classic Dark Souls fashion, you have a lot of invincibility frames throughout this game. You'll see multiple times through the playthrough that we cannot be hit performing some actions, opening doors, performing death blows, that kind of stuff. So use that to your advantage. If you're about to get hit, but you have a death blow up, grab that death blow so you don't hit it. We're going to drop down here and fight the roosters. Oh my goodness. Like I said, these guys can wreck you if you let them get going, so don't do that. So through here, we're going to pick up some coin purses. Now these are very, very important. When you die in Sekiro, you're going to lose all XP that has not turned into a skill point, as well as, I'm not sure if it's all your money, it's a very good chunk of your money. However, if you purchase these from the various vendors that we're going to see here in a little bit, these cannot be lost. So if you know you're going into a difficult fight, boss fight, mini boss fight, hard area, it's worth going back to a vendor and buying up as many of these as you can, because these can be popped later for money in the inventory. So each one has a different value to them. There's light, heavy, and I think maybe just light and heavy. I don't know. We'll see as we go here. I can't exactly remember. So for now, we're going to hop up here and talk to this old lady.
Oh, is that you, Inosuke? My son, have you seen the young master?
I am not your son.
There you go again, Inosuke. You always tease that I'm getting senile, but a mother knows her own son. Well, anyway, take this bell. It's a charm I made with the young master in mind. Please, offer it to Buddha for his sake.
So she is going to give us Young Lord's bell charm received from an old lady who asked that it be offered to Buddha. Bell charms protect their holders through Buddha's divine protection. If one finds themselves the owner of another's bell charm, offering it to Buddha on their behalf is common courtesy. The sculptor at the dilapidated temple can advise you on how it should be offered. This is a very, very key item that you need to acquire, so you need to pick this up. So just do it while you're here. You can come over here and talk to her actual son if you want.
Sir,
like I said, we're going to be skipping most of the conversations in this game just to keep things moving, but feel free to listen to them if you're using this. We're going to hop up here to see our first vendor, right here.
Care to purchase an offering?
An offering?
Indeed. I sell items to be offered to the dead, so they might rest in peace. From the looks of you, I'd wager you know a thing or two about death. Go ahead, buy an offering.
So he sells a bunch of different items. Most importantly are 3 light corn purses, but we need this Robert's firecracker. So that is something that you're going to want to pick up as soon as you can. So as soon as we have 500, we're going to come back and snatch this up. The other things, pellets, are just another way to heal yourself. It slowly restores your health. It's not as useful, obviously, as the gourd, but in a crunch, when you don't have any gourds, you don't really have any other options. This is a good route to go.
Where you find
So we are going to drop back down to where we came from here and across to here to grab a sugar. Like I said, we'll explain those a little bit later. Alright, up onto this tree branch. And this is the path you want to go because of this dude over here. You see him with the cannon. If you were to come up through that valley there, this guy is going to give you a really hard time. So we're going to jump behind him here for a death blow to make things far easier. So, death blowing. And then there are a couple more enemies here that we're going to take down. There's one here and a couple over this direction. So we're going to jump on this guy and try to get back up here as quick as possible. Okay. I believe we want to jump on the dude with the hat because he is more difficult. So we need a running start. You don't need to hold R1 either for those death blows. I think you just need to tap it. So just wrong about that. Make sure you're holding square to suck up all the goodies. And then we are going to jump to that point over there. Oops. So up onto the roof here, and we are going to be to a new area. Take down the rooster. Drop down here for our first remnant. Just more story item.
I must pay my respects.
Lord Kuro.
Lady Emma, are there other Hirata survivors?
There are very few of us left.
I see. Apologies.
So, after you're done with that, we're going to turn back around and talk to our second vendor here.
You're that good Sir Shinobi, sir. Well, I haven't seen you since...
Well, since that night.
Say, that night?
Hmm? You don't remember?
No.
Ah, I see. You don't remember. Listen, sir, you and I, we've met before. I was a thief back then. But those days are behind me. Now, I'm an upright and honest merchant. Only problem is, I'm broke. And being broke, I don't have anything to sell. So, good sir, would you mind lending me just a few coins to get my business going? I'll stock something useful just for you. And
so he's going to ask for 10 cents, so we're going to give it to him.
Here's some nuts.
And he will become a vendor.
Still, listen, for a price, I might be able to tell you some... for a price.
So you can also purchase more information from him. You don't need it because I'm going to give you all the information. So don't worry about it.
The coin you gave me. Look forward to it, good sir.
For now, we are going to hop up here and grab this idol. And we are going to rest to get our heal back. Now, this area over here will become probably most people's first big hurdle here, with the boss that's tied to the chain up there, the chained ogre. There is a eavesdrop we can grab right here.
That big bastard just tied up next to us. I'd rather not be gravely injured just before the war begins.
They've come to snuff the rooster.
Right. That's what the Lord's proclamation said. Proclamations? What a joke. Ashina sure has a funny way of preparing for war.
So, for now, we're going to leave this area. We don't want to fight this boss just yet. For a new player, he's going to be very difficult, so we're going to get some more useful items. So for now, we're going to go back to the dilapidated temple. And we are going to come up here and offer our bell to this little statue right here.
Close your eyes. Hear the bell speak to you. The bell's chime will stir your thoughts and awaken old memories from their slumber.
So hit this idol at the beginning here. And you know what? I'm going to... I feel like I'm missing something here. I'll go back to the dilapidated temple and talk to Emma real quick.
I saw...
Yes.
I saw you.
Yeah.
Where...
He's beginning.
What is he going?
There we go.
Shinobi.
So you want to talk to him to unlock the eccentric text. Owning eccentric text of a combat style will allow its skills to be acquired in the Sculptor's idle skill menu. Each enemy defeated provides skill experience. Skill points are acquired once enough experience is gained, which can be spent to unlock skills. So, as I mentioned earlier, let's go over to the Sculptor's idol real quick, just so I can easily show it off. As I told you earlier, the way this game is set up is you see the XP bar below attack power there that says 1. I have 1 skill point. You cannot lose anything that's in that little black box. So that 1, it's mine. It's never going to go away. What you lose is that blue bar. So, as we are playing here, you will see that I will do some farming prior to going to difficult boxes, as well as buying up the coin purses that I told you about earlier, just so we don't lose any XP or any money if we die continuously to a boss. Our first skill menu here has quite a few useful skills. A lot of people want you to get Whirlwind Slash and Mid-air Deflection, which I do agree are very important, but I feel like Mercury Counter is the most important skill early on in the game. This allows you to counter thrust attacks for pretty substantial posture damage on enemies, and we're heading to Harada Estate, so we're going to need Mercury Counter for a boss. I guess you don't necessarily need it, but it makes the boss fight a lot easier, the mini-boss. So for now, we're going to go back to Harada. I apologize for missing that. Just make sure you talk to the Sculptor at some point to get that eccentric text. For now, we are going to hop down here and land on the branch. And land on this branch. Grab the fistful of ash and talk to this guy here.
You're the son of... Ow.
Ask what happened?
What happened?
Thieves at Harada Estate. You must hurry. The divine error.
What year?
What year is it?
What year? An odd question.
Tell me.
It's the year of the Dragon Spring Pilgrimage.
The Dragon Spring Pilgrimage? That was 3 years ago. What is this? The Sculptor mentioned an old memory. I don't remember any of that.
So we see that we are inside of a memory. We are going to jump down here and try to get behind this dude for a death blow. And then we will leave that guy for now and run back here. The reason that we're coming to Harada right now versus later on in the game, which you can save it, I didn't even know it existed in the game for the longest time, is because we're going to get a lot of useful items that are going to be useful for that chain to ogre that we saw. So this is one of those items, which is oil. And we are also going to get a couple of prosthetic tools in this area. One of which is very useful for the ogre. And yes, I am in a memory. So run up here, try to take this guy down quickly. And watch out for the wolves, which can be taken down with one shuriken. And this guy is going to be highly upset with us, which is fine. He's trying to call his buddies, but they're all dead. So for now, we're going to hold square as we run back here, and we are going to grab our first treasure carp scale. Somewhere around here. Here it is. So treasure carp scales, I'm going to show off here in a second what they are. And we will head over there right now. If you've played a Dark Souls game, you'll see these treasure carps. These are like the crystal lizards in Dark Souls. They offer a specific item, and they disappear if you don't get to them quickly enough. So for now, we're gonna go over here and find one wolf, as well as this guy here you can drop on. Grab the possession balloon, and then we are going to make our way over to this little island here, and we see a treasure carp. Best way to do these guys is to get into the water and... oh, I scared him away. You want to swim slowly until you get close enough to him, and then hit circle and R1, which will allow you to do a quick long dash. Let's go see if we can drop in on this other one that was over here. I believe these can be reset with resting. I could be wrong though, but we do want to get at least 2 of these for right now. So I'm going to wait till he turns around, and we're going to swim slowly, hit R1. Oh my goodness. You can chase after them. Like I said, they're going to disappear if you don't get to them in time. That will give us our second treasure carp scale. And then we are going to head over to the treasure carp scale vendor over here. We see this guy came back. We can try to get him. We did. It can be, sometimes they can be a little bit of a headache to get. Grab this light coin purse and then come talk to this dude in the barrel.
Know about Carp scales? The sparkling, shining scales of the treasure card. Bring them to me, and I'll reward you.
So, the item that we want to get is this Withered Red Gourd for now. This is a carved withered red gourd filled with medicinal water. The gourd's medicine refills upon rest, same as our normal healing gourd. This specific one, the red one, reduces burn buildup and slightly increases burn resistance. It cannot heal burn status abnormality, however. If you want to at this point, you can also, if you have 3, you can grab this divine grass. This is going to fully restore your vitality and cure any kind of status abnormalities. It's just a oh shit healing item for when you're out of healing gourds. We're going to pick up the red gourd for now. I think that's what you guys should pick up, because a lot of enemies in this game have fire, specifically in this area that we're going through, and this is a way to lower the buildup if you need it. This mask right here is what you're going to go for later on in the game if you want to farm up attack power. Normally attack power can only be increased with a memory from a boss. The main bosses in the games will drop memories that you can upgrade your attack power. This mask, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, this mask allows you to farm up 4 skill points in the same way that the prayer beads work. You get 4 of them, and then you can increase your attack power. That is how we upgraded the original New Game Plus save to 99. And then Floating Passage is a combat art that is meh, it's okay. Some people like it, I don't. So, for now, we are going to head our way back to where we came and work our way through Harada Estate, which is easily one of my favorite areas of the game, aesthetically at least. Where's my point at? There it is. Up onto this roof and then drop down to this idol here. And this is going to be the first really good farming area in the game. I will show you the best way to do it. So you can run in and fight this dude if you want, or you could just wait for him to turn around to get a death blow on him. If he turns around, come on, bro. There's nothing over here. Run in on these guys, run past them, and get to this dude. He's annoying, and you'll see why I did. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Yes, yes, yes. I know I can heal. Thank you. Okay, now you see how punishing this area can really be. So this is a shortcut we're going to unlock a little bit later on in the level. You also can be smart about your farming here and get up onto there and work your way down the wall to get a death blow on one of the dudes in the back. We're going to rest because that went so horribly wrong. Reset the encounter. And then we're just going to run in and see if we can do it smoother this time. Use your shurikens to take down the arrow dudes. Suck up all your goodies, because you're going to get oils and stuff that we're going to need here later on. Drop on this guy here. And then move over to the side and shuriken this guy. Just so you don't have to worry about him as you're fighting this dude here. Suck up all your goodies. Move into this guy back here for a death blow. And then we are going to head up here to this branch. Drop down here. 1, 2, 3. Drop down here and hit the wolf. There is another wolf if you can find him. Try to make sure you're not spotted by people in this area. Drop down on this guy, run behind here for another guy who's drunk and peeing. And there's another guy that's passed out over here. Death blow. We'll get the items here in a second. This guy's coming for us, so we're going to take him. Oh boy, I'm stuck on the wall. Alright, back off and heal here. If you need to heal, it's always better, obviously, to back away from the guy that you're fighting. Suck up all our goodies. And we're going to jump onto one of these guys. Usually I like jumping on the axe guy, but obviously he was very happy to come fight us. So this guy's drunk, so he's not going to be much of a problem. There's going to be a wolf here. So make sure you take that guy down. These guys with the torches can be very annoying if you let them get going with their torch. Suck up all your goodies. This guy doesn't want to come down here for whatever reason. I recommend hitting R3 to lock on to the enemies. So we're going to grab out of the bonfire here the flame barrel, and this is the reason that we came here. This is going to be very useful against the chained ogre. An iron barrel that spews fire. We'll show it off how it works later on. It's another prosthetic tool. And we're going to grab all these shinies throughout here. There's one back this way. And then one around this other side of the building here. Like I said, this isn't going to be a full 100% item walkthrough, but we're going to grab everything that we remember at least. We're going to talk to this guy right here.
Those worthless bastards. Hello. Shinobi, if I'm not mistaken. Take the Shinobi Axe from the temple and split their skulls.
Do they sell divine grass by the Oz, or how does it work? Okay, so we're gonna hop up on this wall here. Drop down on this dude. And then we're going to try to get up here before these guys recognize that we're here. So we can get a eavesdrop and a death blow.
We burning this temple next, boss?
No, leave it. Go on to the next one.
But if there's any offerings, we could give them to Lord Juzo.
Enough! We don't take from Buddha. How many times do I have to tell you before it sinks into your thick skull?
Please, don't get angry at me, boss. I'm sorry my skull's so thick.
So we're gonna drop on the guy on the right here, who is an axe wielder, and he's a little bit more hectic than this dude, who's going to try to call his friends over, and you can just pummel him. And then in this little building here is another very important prosthetic tool, the axe. So we're going to grab the Shinobi Axe of the monkey. Hop up here, drop down this way to grab a sugar and unlock this shortcut here. And this will take us back to the Sculptor's idol at the beginning of the level. We are going to go back to the dilapidated temple to fit our new prosthetic tools, and then we will be coming right back here. Also, we have some skill points to use, so we're going to pick up Mercury Counter, as well as Whirlwind Slash. Whirlwind Slash is going to be your first combat art, so we'll show that off in a second. The next one we're going to go for here is Mid-Air Deflection. So for now, we're going to travel back to the dilapidated temple. This is just showing how to pull off the combat arts. We also unlocked a new training ability from the training dude over there. We are going to go into the menu and put on Whirlwind Slash. The way you pull it off is by holding L1 and hitting R1. And it's just, we'll find many of these throughout the game. Some of these can be used to really cheese some of the enemies if you're struggling with them. And I will show that off when the time is appropriate. I don't think we picked up any Gourd Seeds, but okay, we don't have any. So let's go talk to the Sculptor to fit our two new items and get a new upgrade path for our skill points. So Loaded Axe, Flame Vent.
This shouldn't appear.
We're also going to get the prosthetic Eccentric text.
What is it? It can take but if you want you
and then I believe there is a item back here, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes. Litecoin purse. So for now, we're going to go into the menu and put on the Loaded Axe. And then we are going to head back to Harada Estate path. So again, we are going to do this route, just because it's great for farming items. We're going to do it a little differently this time, see if we can at least. We'll come down the wall here and drop down here and grab this item back here, which is another sugar. And then we're going to jump up here, same with the double jump like before. And then we're going to try to jump on this guy. Ah, crap. Fine. Whirlwind Slash. Try and take this guy down. Lock onto your enemies. It's much easier. Oh. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Suck up all your goodies. We're going to show off Mercury Counter here in a little bit. It's very, very useful for thrust attacks in this game. We're going to drop up on this wall here and see if we can aim at this dude. Sometimes it can be a little hard to get to him. As long as you get the red arrow, you're going to be fine. Move to the side. Attack that dude and then lock onto the axe guy. Suck up all your goodies. We got another skill point, which is sweet. Get this guy back here. And then back up onto the branch here. Onto the roof. Now we're going to work our way over this way to take down the drunk guys first. You just follow this path. Might be a little bit easier than the path we did last time. Let's see if we can pull it off. Up onto the roof. And drop onto this guy. Back up onto the roof again. And then we're going to drop on the axe guy right there. Watch out for the wolf. Shuriken him. And then this guy is going to come at us with the torch, so be careful there. Work your way up here for this guy. Jump back up on the wall. Wait for this dude to come out of the building for a death blow. Like I said, it's easier to lock onto them to do the death blow. I don't know if it's easier, it's just a habit, maybe. This guy's gonna call his friends, just pummel him with attacks. And that will complete this area. Make sure you're sucking up all your goodies. Getting a lot of oil here, which we're gonna need. Over this way, there are a bunch of roosters, so we're going to drop on this one here. Their poise sucks, so if you just pummel them with attacks, they definitely, most of the time, can't get their attacks off. There's two more back here. These guys, as you see, they don't offer a substantial amount of XP. So typically when I'm doing my farming in this area, I don't even bother with these guys. Grab the sugar. And then we are going to go onto this wall and over to the next building to talk to a guy and grab another useful item.
Hey, good sir.
You'll notice that this is the vendor that we saw earlier in Ashina outskirts.
Sir, you look like a shinobi, I think. Are you looking for something? Well, in any case, I found this place first. So, keep your eyes peeled out there, huh? And, don't let the door hit you on the... Oh, by the way, while I was on my way here, I saw a 3-story pagoda on top of some cliff. It was a fine pagoda. Really fine. I bet there's some kind of treasure kept in there. Gotta be. That's what I think, at least.
So, for now, we're gonna hop onto this roof here and run back here and grab, I believe, a second bundled Jesus statue, yes. We will describe those a little bit later on once we die. And then for now, we're gonna eavesdrop on these guys.
Open up or else I can hear you whispering in there. If you don't surrender peaceably now, you're gonna regret it later. Hey, can you hear me? Hey!
And then lock on to the axe guy and jump on him. And then attack this guy quickly. And then up onto this little roof. And down here, we're going to get a couple items in here. Story items you can go through.
I pray it is a thing.
As well as some items. So, go through all this stuff here. You'll get more story stuff. And then we are going to go back up onto the roof that we came from. And we are going to equip our axe and wait for this dude to come back down. You don't have to wait for him if you don't want to. You can just run up there and do your thing. Somehow he saw us, so we're going to run in. And then the reason I wanted you to go back and put the axe on is for these guys here. Axe the... oh man, I missed. I'm going to axe the shield to break the shield. Makes these guys way easier to deal with. We're going to switch to our shurikens, jump up here, and up onto this tower. And we're going to see a bunch of guys in this area. There's one guy right here, as well as a guy with a bow, and then a guy with a spear over here. This spear guy is the guy, the reason I wanted you to get Mercury Counter. So Mercury Counter, when you see a thrust attack coming at you with the red kanji, you're able to dodge into it to step onto the enemy's weapon. And it does a colossal amount of posture damage, typically. So, while I would say not necessarily required for this upcoming mini-boss, it's very, very useful. So, we have our shurikens equipped. We're going to try and clear out these guys and then reset the encounter so we can get a stealth blow on the mini-boss. So, we're going to drop onto him. Lock on to the arrow guy and shuriken him until he's dead. And then jump up onto this tree and into these flowers. Stealth, crouch. Careful here because there's like a little finicky part here where you can get spotted by these guys, so just take your time. And then you're going to do a death blow on this guy. And that's going to alert him, who's going to alert the mini-boss. If we get out of here quick enough, he will not spot us. So we can wait for him to come this direction and perform a death blow on him. Countering thrust attacks. This is just showing you the Mercury Counter skill that I was just talking about. This guy can be a pain, so you want to try to get him down here where you have a little bit more room. We probably should have rested so we had more healing gourd, but as soon as you see the red kanji appear, if you dodge into him and get your timing right, you can Mercury Counter it. Oh my goodness. Alright, that's good, because we need to show off the death thing anyway. This guy's brutal, so...
Loyal wolf,
especially this early in the game. So this is going to be our first introduction, the first time you die to the death system in this game. You have the ability to resurrect after your first death. So we are going to R1 resurrect. And then you see the two little pink, well there's one pink circle down there now that's blacked out. We will not be able to resurrect again after doing the first one. So there's Mercury Counter. We're just going to try and stay on this dude. Mercury Counter him when it comes up. Sometimes the timing is different on every single one of these mini-bosses. Sometimes it's as the kanji appears. Sometimes it's as it's disappearing. You just need to work on it, get your timing down. Training dude back at the Dilapidated Temple will help you get that timing down, and we will get our second prayer bead here. So we're going to suck up the goodies. And then we're going to grab this item on the right here. Pellet. As well as this item here, which is a possession balloon. And then we are going to rest here. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to do this route. Now that the mini boss is done, he will not respawn even after resting. So we're going to come back here, run around, get this guy, try to get at least this dude down. And then we can run past him to get this guy. Use our invisibility frames to our advantage there. As you see, he tried to do a thrust attack there, which can be Mercury countered. You can also deflect them too if you get the timing down. Jump on this guy. Aim at the arrow guy, move over and Shuriken him 3 times. And wait for this dude to do his attacks. Take him down. Go back here. Grab this guy. Move around, make sure you're sucking up all your goodies. Jump up here. Down onto the roof. Shuriken this guy 3 times. Take down the wolves. 1 and 2. And then we're gonna run between here. Take down the drunk guy. Take down the peeing guy. Jump up onto the roof and see where the other dude's at. He's down here. So we're going to wait for him to get a little further away from his friends. And then jump onto him. Suck up the goodies we have. Onto the roof. And onto the axe guy. You can also use the Whirlwind Slash to take down multiple enemies. That's the Mercury counter right there. So we're going to back off and try to get this wolf with a shuriken. We don't have to deal with them. We have a lot of enemies here. Carry counter this dude. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna resurrect. There is a much smoother way to do this. I'm obviously forgetting how to do it. But anyway, I try to stealth take down all those guys like we did the first time. Run up here. Jump onto this. I'm going to wait for this guy to come out. He should be pathing out here, theoretically. If he doesn't come out, you can drop down in there and take him out. It all depends. Sometimes he, I don't know if he hears us fighting down there and gets alerted to it. That's when he starts pathing. Didn't look like he did it there. Drop onto the axe guy. This guy is going to try to call all of his dead friends. So just overwhelm him with attacks. Then we're going to jump up here, up onto this roof, up onto this roof, and then we're going to aim at the X guy and jump onto him. Switch to your axe, run up here and try to get a death blow on him if you can. If you can't, no big deal, just overwhelm him. Use the axe to take down the field. Then we're going to run up this way, sucking up our stuff as we go. Switch to our shurikens, then drop onto this guy. Shuriken the arrow guy like we did before. And then up onto the tree, into the flowers. And get the axe guy. Help! Help! But nobody's there to help him. Suck up your goodies, and then you're going to get to this shrine here. And travel back to Estate Path. And then you just do that over and over for however many times you need to farm. Let's see how we are skill point. We have 4 skill points, so we're going to acquire mid-air deflection here. Also show off the prosthetic tool stuff here. So grappling hook attack we are going to pick up. This allows you to use your grappling hook and then do 2 attacks following it. That's going to be useful for a boss coming up. And then we're going to unlock this, which is chasing slice, which is very useful. You can throw a shuriken and then hit R1 to follow up the attack. So again, like I said, do this this path as much as you want because it's very useful. Let's see how many oils we have. We have 10 oils with 8 in storage. So we'll do it one more time on our way up to the other guy. 3 shurikens. Run past this guy and hit this dude. Then run over here and get this guy. See if we can do this a little smoother this time. Jump onto this guy. Sometimes he's just out of your range for whatever reason. Don't forget that you are a quick little ninja, so using the sprint to get behind enemies and dodge the arrows is definitely plausible. So I would, for a new player, recommend at least doing a decent amount of farming through this area. We're going to get a very potent farm coming up here soon. But for now, this is the best one you have available. And the wolf. Try to find the other wolf. I don't exactly know where he's at. Oh, there it is. So we'll drop onto this guy who doesn't know we're here. The axe guy, unfortunately, I think, has seen us. Oh, no. So this encounter can be different every time you come here. So there is a way to stealth through all of it. For whatever reason, I'm screwing it up. Suck up all your goodies, hit the drunk dudes. Oh man, I gotta pee so bad. Oh. Like they even added in the sound effect. Kill him. Suck up your goodies. Jump on to the last dude on the fire here. Try to take this guy down before the wolf comes down. There's the wolf. Kill him. Come up here. And you'll see this is this is really doing well for our. We already have another skill point, and we're on our way to a third one. Drop onto this guy. Onto the axe guy. Suck up all the goodies. Fortunately, I don't even think... I really wish there was a skill that you could unlock to suck up the goodies, but... automatically, but there isn't. You can avoid this. I just wanted to grab that pellet. Don't need to do that part there. We're going to go up here. And then we're going to hit the dude with the axe in the front. Switch over here. And we'll see where this guy is. He's all the way up there. So we'll wait for half a second. In the meantime, we will switch to our axe, which we will need. Bomb today. I don't know what you're trying to say, bud. But I'm glad you're here. Alright, we're going to run up here, get this guy. Lock on to one of the shield dudes and use your axe to break the shield. Lock on to the other and break his shield. And we're going to run up and hit the tree, holding square to suck up all our goodies. Up onto here, switch to our shurikens. Drop onto this dude. Switch over to this guy over here. Hit him with 1, 2, 3. Up onto the tree, hold square. Down into the flowers. Slowly creep your way like a ninja to the axe guy. Kill him, and then kill this guy. Hold square, and you are back to where you can reset if you need to. We are going to continue on here. I am going to rest. And I am going to acquire some skills here. We want to go for this right here, which is Breath of Life Light. Recovers vitality upon performing a successful death blow. It's 5 skill points. This is extremely helpful throughout your playthrough. So unfortunately we have to get this first to unlock it. And as soon as we get 5 skill points, this will be the next skill that we are going for. Obviously, regaining health on successful death blows, you can see how useful that would be. So for now, we're going to jump up to this point. And then we are going to jump into the water. And I'm going to show off an area with another prosthetic tool. And we're going to see, there used to be a way that you could just run up and get it. There is a mini-boss up here. For this part of the game, a very difficult mini-boss. So this is going to show off our first ability to do consecutive wall jumps. So all you do is aim at one and then hit X repeatedly as you work your way up. So beautiful view over here too of the estate burning up there. And up here you can see a purple guy. And in this little pagoda up here is a prosthetic tool, the Mist Raven. There used to be a way to run up here and get it. I honestly don't think I've ever used the Mist Raven in this game. For now, we're probably going to avoid this area, but I might try right now to see if there is a way to still run up there and get it and avoid him. So let's do it. Let's just run up to the door, hit square, and we will get the Invisibility Frames, as we cannot get hit here. Grab the Mist Raven. run back out and jump down to the waterfall and try to hit this point here so we don't get hurt. And you can get this treasure card seal if you want. And we will move on. That dude actually used to, I think they patched it, but that if you jumped off that there, he would jump down and die and you would get the XP for it. So up here, get this guy here. This guy's like, oh man. Finally taking a break and now I gotta fight again. There's a bunch of guys up here, but the most annoying are these archers up on the ridge. So let's take them down first. Just be aware of this dude here. You can Mercury Counter him with the thrust attack that he does. Oops, did that wrong, didn't I? I love nothing more. The one thing I was so displeased with on Ghost of Tsushima is that I could not cut the bamboo trees. But don't get me wrong, I love Ghost of Tsushima. It's just a minor gripe. So we're gonna hop up here. We're gonna try to jump onto one of these dudes. Oh, you dirty little rat. Like I said, these the torch guys can be annoying. So there's a guy up here as well. And that should clear this area for us. One more doofus up here. And then up this direction is the direction that we're going to need to head. As you see, there are a lot of enemies up this way. So we're going to jump down here, equip our axe, try to hit these shield guys. And then this guy is a pain, I'm not going to lie. So, and it's just because his attacks are so freaking slow compared to everything else in the game. So just keep deflecting and attacking. You can use Whirlwind Slash as well. Eventually you will take him down. Grab this fistful of ash here and run up the steps. And we will see a beautiful little area up here that's on fire. Crazy looking, right? See, there are guys dead all over the place. We are going to come talk to Al, the guy from the opening cutscene, who is our adoptive father.
It's you. I'm afraid I made a bit of a blunder. Perhaps the years have finally caught up with me. Don't bother tending to my wounds, no point. It's too late. Wolf, you must take this.
So we will get the hidden temple key, the key of the hidden temple in the Harada Estate given by Al. The secret temple is located in the very back of Harada Estate. 2, the Lord is absolute. Defend him with your life. If he is taken, bring him back at all costs.
This is the key to the secret temple in the estate mansion. You'll find him. The divine heir. Going through the front is not an option. You'll never get past the fire.
Yes, sir. Perhaps the cliff's just outside of here.
Yes.
Fire, you adding into the random spam things today?
You look for a side road along the cliffs. Take the back entrance through the cemetery. That's your way in.
Understood.
Wolf, never forget the Iron Code.
Yes.
The master is absolute. Wolf, protect your master with your life.
Father.
So we see that Al is dead. You can inspect him. And then we are going to move up. So I love that area there. It's super super cool looking. I just wanted to show it off there. We'll be back there later. It's obviously being attacked by bandits, as you saw. So we will eventually return there. For now, we're going to continue on here. And this is going to become most people's first big wall for the game here. I'm going to show you how to do this fight, hopefully. Might be my wall too, we'll see. It's been a while since I've played on a fresh character. So jump over here, grab the pellet, and then up onto this wall for an eavesdrop.
I don't feel safe with that big bastard just tied up next to us. I'd rather not be gravely injured just before the war begins.
So it's giving you the recommendation to use fire. We're going to drop on the guy with the straw cape on here. It's a more typical enemy. Overwhelm this guy. I'm going to show you how I do this fight. We are going to put on oil. Here, don't get me wrong. You can easily... I'm not going to say easily. You can get this fight down and not need to... yeah, he's horrifying sounding, isn't it? You can fight this dude without this tactic. Okay? But here's how I'm going to do it. We're going to run up here and run past him to get this dude. Just attack him immediately, over and over, and you'll be able to take him down. Grab the wealth. Balloon, why not? Then we're going to run down here. And onto this roof. Oops. To break line of sight with the ogre. And then we're going to jump back down and get a death blow on him. And then we're going to set him on fire and have a good old time, hopefully. So get the death blow. Equip your oil and press up on the D-pad to hit him with it. Watch out for that grab because it's very large hit window it has. So you can get like 4 or 5 hits on him there. Wait for him to go out. Hit him with another oil. Wait for the attack again. And the once more. Grab attacks, which it's warning you of there. This guy is intense, for sure. So, try not to hit him with the fire when he's in an animation, because you will not get the, oh my god, I'm on fire, that I just got there. Uh-oh. You'll see how much damage this dude does right here. And he can totally eat you off the cliff as well, if he is aimed that direction. So, just take your time, wait for this attack to do the flame. And that will take down the Chain Ogre and give us yet another prayer bead, as well as something that is very useful, and that is the Shinobi Medicine rank. This increases the healing effect from recovery items. So, that completes that. We're going to hop up here and grab the Nightjar Monocular, which will allow us to see things off in the distance. Then we're going to run over here and grab a Gourd Seed, I believe, yep. And then we can grab this. Oh yeah, he's got the freaking people's elbow going for sure. This is a shortcut here that we're going to go unlock real quick. There is another enemy right here that we want to take down so we can get our 4th prayer bead. But for now, we're going to run over this way. Don't worry about them for now. There's an item up here, isn't there? So grab the Divine Confetti. You can look at the sign here that says, "Turn back if you value your life. You can't behead the headless. Our swords and pikes did nothing." So don't let that scare you. Jump down here. And then we're going to jump down to that point there, the grab point, and work our way around. So jump and hold square, so you grab it. I feel like maybe sheathing the sword while you're climbing would be a good idea. Grab the sugar, drop down this way. And then in here is a mini boss, the Headless. Don't jump in there right now. You're going to have a really bad time. We will maybe fight those later on. They're optional bosses that give you reusable versions of the sugars. So the sugars are give you temporary status effects. So this one reduces vitality damage. This one reduces posture damage. And this one allows you to become invisible for easier stealth segments. And then there's 2 more that attack your, or increase your attack power. For now, we're going to hop up here, cross to this, up onto this wall, Shuriken the lizard. Oops. It will poison you, so just be careful. And then, Shuriken this lizard. Grab another sugar, and up here, depending on when you come here, you're going to have different enemies up here. Grab the 2 items and unlock the shortcut here. And now we are back to the area that we just saw, where the mini-boss is. So my recommendation for this area is going to be to run past everything for now, because it's a lot easier to come up and do this area. So we're going to drop down to this Sculptor's Idol and rest real quick. We are going to travel back to the dilapidated temple. And we are going to talk to Emma for another gourd upgrade.
Yeah, I did.
It's the I'm glad.
Give her the Gourd Seed.
Goodbye.
Now we have 3 upgraded gourds. We are very, very close to another skill level, but we are saving for this right here, Breath of Life. So for now, we're going to travel back to where we just came from, which was Ashina Outskirts Underbridge Valley. Yeah, Bio, the wrestling ogre. I love the wrestling ogre. He's he's quite hectic. Your first time that you fight him. So come over here, hit that little lizard, and grab that. And then we're gonna work our way through this area. We're gonna run up here and get this guy. Then we're gonna jump up here. And we want to take this guy down as soon as possible because he will alert all the other enemies if he sees you. So take him down. Drop down here. Take this dude down. Come around here. Hold square, pick up your goodies. Kill this guy. Come around here. Kill this dude. Run over to the grass so we can kill this guy, hopefully. Now, there is another general over here. You see him standing there right in front of the banner, and he's got a minor enemy behind him. So what I like to do is to kill this enemy first. We can just jump on him, and then we can reset the encounter with the general so we can get a death blow. So we're gonna hit this dude. You can wait for him to walk away as well if you want. And then we're gonna run down here, out the door. And you might as well kill these guys while you're waiting. Why not, right? Suck up their goodies and head up here. Just to show off, this is the shortcut we took earlier. There is a path to a upgrade in difficulty that direction. We'll show that off probably later on in the playthrough. So for now, we need to try and spot the general. There he is. And we just need to get behind him and do a death blow. And then it's going to be pretty much the same encounter as the first general. Slight differences. So just stay on him. Don't let him upgrade his posture with his little jump. Pop on his head if he can. There's a Mercury Counter that you can Mercury Counter 50 times. And that will give us our 4th prayer bead. So now we can upgrade our physical attributes, which is nice because we are heading in the direction of the game's first big boss. We will rest here. Again, it does not respawn the bosses, the mini bosses, but all the other enemies. And we are going to head through the valley here. You see the screen is shaking. Drop down here, across. And jump over here, hit this, and get into that grass immediately, and squat. Because there is a giant frickin' serpent. So, we're going to wait for him to kind of get distracted and look the other direction. Jump onto this point and run your butt off. Follow my path here. We're going to run. Jump up here. Sprint as fast as we can to this wall right here. And hug it. And then move our way over here. So we see the snake was alerted there for a second. So we're going to wait for him to turn around, and then we're heading to that little hut over there. So as soon as his head turns the other way, we're going to unhug the wall and run. Here we go. Oh. Guess I wasn't far enough into the thing, so let's try this again. So this is an encounter that you're just going to keep resetting at the beginning of it if you screwed up. You obviously don't want to fight this guy. So jump across here. Because we died, we're going to squat in the grass now and wait for him to pass. Do not attack him because you're going to be in for a very, very bad time if you do. Hug the wall. Make sure that you're to the end of it this time. All the way to the end, and then wait for him to turn his head. And head to that little hut as soon as he does. Okay, got it this time. Hit square on the hut, and then he's going to come up here and stick his little eye into the hut. Stab him in his little eye, and then immediately run away from him this direction. Hit that. Hit this, and hit this, and you are now safe from the snake. There is an item that you can get there. Scary, right? There is a snap seed, I think, that you can get there. Not worth it for me. So we're going to hit some 4 points here. Grab the sugar and rest at the idol. And we are now coming up on our first big boss of the game. We can now enhance our physical attributes, so we will do so with our 4 prayer beads. We will get our first prayer necklace. That'll increase our posture and health. Jump up here. Jump up onto this wall. Crouch. And get your eavesdrop.
All it took was a bit of gunpowder. He startled, and now he's dead.
So this is a little hint for the boss that we're about to fight, that you can use gunpowder to startle them if you want. Kill the sad guy. This is a shortcut that we're going to open later. We cannot open it now. Grab this pellet. Get this guy. And then we're going to work our way back around the other direction here. Jump onto this guy. You're probably going to get spotted by the dude in the tower. You can Shuriken him. And then get back up onto the tower as quickly as you can. And we will have another eavesdrop right here.
A smoke signal from the Great Castle Gate. Is it Lord Yobu? Yes, that's definitely Yobu the demon. Ashina is safe so long as that man guards her doors.
Then we're going to try to jump onto one of them. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be able to get onto the other. Yeah, you're not going to be able to reach the spear dude, which sucks. But try to draw him up here so we're out of sight of the other guys. He does have thrust attacks that you can Mercury Counter. Oops, got my timing wrong there. Usually these basic spear enemies, it takes one Mercury Counter to get them down. And then we're going to drop onto the sad dude. Don't want to fight him straight up if you can avoid it. And then we're going to work our way around here. Might as well hold square to get this guy. And then we will grab some items here. We'll get up here and get our second remnant. I think second, at least.
We managed to drive them back once, but the Interior Ministry's army is far too powerful.
And that is why you wish to use the power of my blood. It doesn't matter how much power you obtain. You'll keep on fighting until you're a monster, incapable of feeling pain or fear. I do not wish to corrupt the lives of men.
Look at this mountain of bodies. Ashina cannot be defended by normal means. Not anymore.
I could never be as strong as you, Lord Kenichiro. I do not yet know what it is I should do.
It has been a long time since that happened. Wait all you like.
Okay, so for now, we cleared out this area. We are going to travel back to that vendor that we saw earlier to get the Robert's firecrackers. So hit down here and travel to Ashina outskirts. And then we can do it from the staircase. So outskirts wall stairway. Should have plenty enough to get the firecrackers now.
Go on.
I also recommend buying up these coin purses as well.
By the way, good. All right. I'm thinking. I mean, who knows? In other words,
it's recommended though that you go
help a poor merchant.
Buy the firecrackers first before you do that though, just so you guarantee yourself getting them, and then you can buy up the coin purses. So we're gonna run over here, down here, up into this tall grass, to this point, and then to this point up here, to talk to our vendor. Purchase items, purchase Robert's firecrackers, purchase however many of these he has, and then you can get some pellets too if you're running low on them. If you're following my path, like we already have 23 or 21 of them in storage, so you should be good.
Don't use that cruel.
And we will jump back down here onto this point, across, up onto this building, into our idol over here. And we will be going back to Dilapidated Temple. I don't think that we have any more gourd seeds. Okay.
You need...
Come here and fit the Mist Raven that we picked up, as well as the Shinobi Firecracker. So we now have more prosthetic tools. Then we will travel back to where we came from, which was Ashina Castle Gate Fortress. Jump up here. And we are going to head to our first boss, so we don't need to take everybody out in this area. We're just gonna run up here. We already did that, so grab this ledge. And we're gonna jump across to here. Oops, wrong one. And this is gonna be our first boss encounter. So Gyobo is on a horse. The reason I wanted you to get the flame or the firecrackers is because you can startle the horse with the firecrackers. I personally don't use this because I find that I just completely get punished trying to time this. This boss is very easy to A, deflect his attacks, and to B, there's kind of a cheese way to do this. So you can literally hold block the entire time through this fight. He will do his 3 attacks, and then on the third one, his spear will get stuck in the ground. You let go of block, hit him 2 or 3 times, and then block again. And you can do that literally for the entirety of the fight. He is going to change up some attacks in the second phase. One of them is him running away, and you can use your grappling hook. That's why I wanted you to pick up the grappling hook attack, because that allows you to get 2 free hits in when you grapple hook over to him. This guy is much easier than most people make it out to be. Can he kill me sometimes? Yeah, absolutely. But we'll see how it goes. I'm probably going to try to deflect his attacks, but I'll show off the holding block. He can break your posture, of course, but his attacks are typically too slow to attack you after breaking your posture. So we will move on in here in a second. Okay, once you are ready, we're going to jump on in. We might as well grab this item here. The other thing is when he runs in here, lock on, and you can attack him like 7 times without any repercussions. So we're just going to hold block. And you'll see here, 1, 2, 3, and then we can attack him 1, 2, 3, and then block immediately after. Hold block again. Uh-oh. Wasn't holding my block there. 1. 1. Oh, God. Uh-oh. There's that. So back off and heal when you need to. Can deflect his attacks pretty easily. Here's the grappling hook thing I was talking about. 3 attacks. You can block, deflect, whatever you want to do. We're going to heal while he does his little run. And then you can grapple hook over to him, and here's the chasing strike, or the grapple hook attack that I was talking about. Anytime his horse rears back like that, you can get a couple hits in on him. Grapple hook over to him and attack. That will be the first phase of the fight. Unfortunately, we are out of healing items, so we are going to pause. Oh, I didn't want to take the gourd off, but I want to put pellets on. We also have some divine grass that we can use as well. Another grappling hook attack. You can deflect that last attack if it kind of throws his horse off balance. Like I said, his attacks, he always attacks in 3s, and they're fairly easy to deflect. But if you're struggling, just hold block and wait for his spear to get into the ground. Get another grappling point here, grapple over. Heal up with our pellets. You really can work over his posture with deflecting, so it's almost easier to do the deflecting versus the blocking. But if you can't get the timing down, do it. You're always going to have a second finisher that you need to perform on the final finisher of the fight. Otherwise, you'll be thrown back into the fight, so make sure you hit that second death blow. And that will take down our first boss, and will acquire us our first memory. Battle of an extraordinary foe lingering in the Mine of Wolf. Commune with the idol to permanently increase attack power, and we will get the mechanical barrel. So another prosthetic tool that we can go and deal with, and we also have the ability to now refight that boss in Reflections of Strength. So as we beat the bosses here, you'll be able to replay them. That's a new thing that they added in recently. So for now, we're going to use our memory. And then we are going to rest. And then we are going to acquire the Breath of Life Light. If you do not have enough XP for this skill right now, which you should if you're following this. But if you don't, I'm going to show you a very, very, very strong farming area here. So acquire this for now. And then we are going to run back over this way. We'll see one of the pink dudes that we ran away from earlier. Come around here, grab this shard, and head up to the vendor. This vendor does sell a Gourd Seed, as well as Robert's Firecracker, if you missed that earlier. But I highly recommend, obviously, that you grab the Gourd Seed.
Where you find where?
If you don't have enough money, look through your inventory, see if you have enough coin purses to grab them. And we're going to come in and talk to this guy. But first, we're going to grab this. And we're going to unlock this shortcut. So we can see that this is back to the beginning of the area that we were at before we fought the boss. Come back in here and talk to this guy.
Another rat.
those eyes. A starving wolf. Before I kill you, tell me your name. Tell me your name! No name to give. You shinobi are all the same. You die nameless, with no one to mourn you. However, your left arm, a prosthetic shinobi arm, it reminds me of... That's it. A one-armed wolf. I like it. Which means Sekiro. That is what I shall name you.
Who are you?
I am the Tengu of Ashina. Come, Sekiro. Care to hunt some rats with me?
What?
Rats have snuck into Ashina, scurrying about like they own the place. There are all kinds of rats out there, and they must be cut down. Every last one of them. It seems you have a talent for killing. Allow me to help you hone that talent. What'll it be, Sekiro? Will you hunt rats with me?
We are going to accept his offer here.
Very well.
Excellent. You'll need this if you're with me, Sekiro.
And we will get the rat description. A description of the rats that have snuck into Ashina. Speak to the Tengu again once the rats are dealt with. The rats are assassins from Senpo Temple. Short stature, wear bamboo hats. A number of rats are lurking about. Last seen around Ashina Castle Gate.
What is this?
The face of a rat, and where it makes its home. Go and kill it. If you do, I will give you something that will aid you in battle.
So we are definitely going to want what he gives us to aid us in battle. But for now, we're going to hop up here. Across to this beam. And up here for a, I believe, prayer bead. Which is nice to get a prayer bead without fighting an enemy, of course. A mini boss. So definitely want to grab that. We're going to work our way down. Oh boy. Alright. And then we are going to go hunt the rats. So, for now, put on your axe. And I'm going to show you a extremely potent farm area. Run through these just because they're cool. And it's cool to do. It's got a very satisfying sound to it. We're going to open the gate. No, don't hug it, Shinobi. Open it. And then we are going to sprint up these stairs and attack this dude before he has a chance to attack us. Switch to your axe, jump up here, and then jump into this little courtyard over here. And for the first time, we're going to squat our way around this area so we can eavesdrop these guys. So eavesdrop.
Illness is indeed grave. The land of Ashina will not last much longer, even with Genichiro on our side. What about our other mission?
Black Hat is fighting like a demon by the Serpent Valley side of the castle.
Then that's where we're going next. But keep your wits about you. The Black Hat Badger won't go down without a fight.
So hold square, and then we're going to sneak up to this dude here. And backstab him, lock on, and switch to the other guy. And then pull out your axe. He ran away from us. Watch out for the poisons, because it'll kill you quickly. Holy crap, bro. These guys can be brutal if you mess this up, so... As you see. Which is fine. We just need to get the axe to break his hat. Fine. Kill him. And then we're gonna run back to... the Tengu up here, who is a character we will see later in the story. Talk to him.
Ah,
and he will give you the Ashina Eccentric text. So that will complete that quest line, and we will head back to the gate over here. And I will show you how to properly, hopefully, do this farming run here. So just to show off the... Stop hugging the wall. Just to show off the new skill book that we have, Ashina Arts. Ichimanji is a very, very powerful combat art that we will want to unlock quickly. And there's a lot of useful stuff in here, which we'll see once we unlock Ichimanji. So for now, rest. Make sure that you have your axe out. Run up the stairs here. Same thing. Attack the dude before he has a chance to attack us. Jump up here. Into the courtyard. Run behind the tree here and backstab this guy. Run behind this guy and backstab him. Lock on to the other enemy. Move aside and hit his hat. Take him down. Hold square to suck up all the goodies. Drop back down and rest. And that is your second farming area. This one is very, very strong, so we're going to do it a couple times so we can unlock Ichimanji. Definitely the quickest farming in the game as well. Quickest route, rather. Move away from the tree, hit your axe. Doesn't work, hit it again. Sometimes the timing is a little finicky on it. Rest. Up we go again. So we're just going to do this a couple times just to get that next skill point. See that these guys give off a whole heck of a lot of XP early in the game here. Okay, we got our second skill point. They also give it a pretty decent amount of money as well. So we will unlock Ichimanji. Maybe. Let's see what else we have. Run and slide, we don't really care about. Mid-air prosthetic tools you definitely want. Hanging blade, no need. Let's do Ichimanji. And then these two are also really powerful, so we're going to farm up to get these two skills as well. This one increases the damage inflicted to posture upon performing a successful deflection, so you can see how useful that would be. And then this one is for a few seconds after a deflection, and it increases the damage to an enemy posture from all sources. So, keep doing our path here. The way the XP works in this game is it's set into different like categories, I guess is the best way to put it. Once you unlock a certain amount of skill points, the amount of XP required to unlock a skill point goes up. So this early in the game, we are still in the lower amount, so this area here is really quick, but it should change on us here relatively soon. Swooty meows, Showboys podcast says. Definitely far more spammers over on YouTube. I mean, I guess that's to be expected, but... Sometimes these idiots are a little hard to take down. Make sure you're sucking up the money, because you're going to get a lot of upgrade materials as well. So we're just going to do this till we have 3 skills, and then we will move on. 3 skill points, right? Bad spot to be in. Make sure you get that death blow. Wait for this idiot to stop doing his So I can describe the way that the resurrection system works in this game now that we died. If you see the above my health bar there are 2 pink dots. One of those dots is acquired from resting, and one of those is acquired from killing enemies. So you see that it's been a while since we died, so we have both of them up, but that does not mean that we can... stop it, you little ninja. It does not mean that we can resurrect 3 times, because when we resurrect, we will get a black strike over top of those. So we need to perform a death blow on a mini-boss to wipe that, or rest to wipe that. So, the bundled Jesus statues that we have been seeing are also used to wipe that black strike and restore a resurrective power. So if you're struggling with a boss, that's a good time to use. You know, if you almost have them, that's a good time to use the bundled Jesus statue to unlock another resurrective power for you. And we have not necessarily fought any bosses that are really difficult yet, but we are going to be getting the ones that, especially for a new player, are very difficult. Oh god, it drives me nuts when he does that. So we are slowly working our way here. We should maybe get it next run or the run after, and then we can move on. But I highly recommend that you do some farming here, just to get some of these really powerful skills. Will help make the game easier on you. Also, cannot take credit for any of these routes. These were found various means, so I don't want to make it seem like I discovered these, because I definitely did not. Uh-oh, we're dead. So you want to try and avoid fighting these dudes simultaneously, so for now we're just going to hop over here and rest. We don't want to risk losing our XP that we've built up. Do it again. These little dudes are scattered all throughout Senpo Temple, which we will get to later. Senpo Temple does have some of the harder difficulty of the game, at least the harder enemies of the game. That should give us our final skill point that we needed, and we can acquire Ascending and Descending Carp. So Ascending 2, Descending, And what do we got here? Flowing water reduces the amount of damage to posture when attacked by an enemy with a sword. Ooh, that's definitely handy. Ichimanji double is just a double strike of Ichimanji. Very powerful on some of the enemies. Recovers posture upon executing a successful death blow. Let's keep going until we increase the amount of XP required for a skill point at least. Like I said, a lot of these skills are going to make these boss encounters coming up much easier. You'll see eventually the bar at the top will start moving up slower. That's when we have moved up to the next grouping of XP required for a skill. Still moving up rather quickly here, so you don't need to do this, but if you want to make your path slightly easier, it's worth the repetitive nature of doing these 5 enemies over and over. Not reset the encounter. How many skills do I need for... We definitely want it recovers... reduces the amount of damage to posture when attacked by a sword, so we need 3. We'll just focus on getting that, and then the other one we can get just from regular play. We're also getting a bunch of sugars and a lot of money as well. So it's a really multi-purpose farming area. So this run here should give us 2, and then we'll just have to do it a couple more times to get 3. Hopefully it doesn't switch to the longer path in the middle of all that. Doesn't look like it's going to, which is nice. Should get it done with maybe one more run here. Oh, so close. Okay, got our 3 points, so we will call it right there. Let's acquire our skill we were going after, which was reduces the amount of damage to posture when attacked by an enemy with a sword. Yes, flowing water. Okay, so let's work our way through this area up here. Come down these steps, and there's wolves down here, so be careful. Try to shuriken them if you can. And then this dude takes forever to reload his gun, so once you take his wolves down, you can take him down. Kill this guy. And this guy. Jump up here before this guy comes out. I don't know if he comes out of there or not. Yes, he does. So we're going to jump onto him. And then this area is rather unnecessary from what I remember. I don't know that there's really anything useful here, and there's a lot of hard enemies. But you can backstab this guy. And you can typically backstab that dude. We obviously blew it there. So we're going to run up here and grab the scrap iron. And then we are going to run away from these guys. You can fight them if you want to. It's not necessary. We will jump up here. And then up to this roof here. And grab a coin purse. Get the eavesdrop here.
In the back. I know. But what choice do we have? Desperate times call for desperate measures. We're in no position to worry about what others might think. Yes, but... Hey, keep it together, soldier. Keep talking like that, and they'll put you on its detail. And when it's mad, it doesn't discriminate between friend or foe.
So we're going to jump on the guy on the right here. And kill the dude with the gun who's just been blocked. And we are going to move into another mini-boss. So this guy is, again, he's easier than you're going to make him out to be in the beginning. The strategy here is going to be to stay at a distance away from him until he comes running at you and kind of puts his horns in the ground, and then it's going to be one deflect right before he hits you, and then you can whack him a couple times, and we're going to rinse and repeat that over and over. You can use the firecrackers, I think, to startle them. Again, I just never have very good success using these things. So the first thing we're going to do is take this dude down right here. And then there are two guys over there that we really need to get out of the way. So try to aim yourself over here so the bullet hits them. And then if they're not dead, you can take them down. And then we're going to lock onto the bull and just stay away from him until he does that. And we're going to hold R1 and hit him a couple times too. And then run away from him. Try to stay locked on, obviously. Again, on deflect. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can deflect those attacks if you need to. 1. Again, we didn't get the animation we were going for, so we're going to run away from him. R1. Then you can hold R1 to hit him in the head for a pretty good chunk of damage. We're going to get over here and try to heal. And that will take down the bull, who is in a terrible location. Death blow, but there we go. And we will get a prayer bead. As well as our second ranking of Shinobi Medicine, which increases the healing effect of items. Very useful, obviously. And these guys are going to come in here, but we're going to run out and attack the crap out of this guy. Attack this dude. And then we will sit at the idol here and rest. Okay, for now we're going to travel back to the dilapidated temple. We have an item or two to use here. So we will talk to Emma to give her the Gourd Seed we bought from the merchant. Giving us, I think, 4 now. And then I can't remember if we picked up a prosthetic tool. We might have.
What difference does the barrel make?
With a versatile base such as this, I can use various purifying agents to further hone that fang of yours.
Purifying agents?
Purifying agents are materials that can be used together with the barrel.
So we're going to get the mechanical barrel upgrade, which allows us to upgrade the various prosthetic tools here with upgrade materials. For now, we're going to get the spinning Shuriken. If you don't have the required materials, which if you're following this, you should, you can farm them. I think from the area we just came, maybe. Spring-loaded axe we can get later, but the spinning shuriken is what we want. So the way these work is it is a separate... what am I looking for here? A separate prosthetic tool, so you need to go in and equip it. Get rid of the axe for now. We can also show off Ichimanji, which we picked up, which is this. Just a head bop on some of the enemies. It's definitely very useful for certain situations. We'll keep it on for now. If you're struggling with any of the stuff so far that we've done, you can come up here and you have unlocked probably a couple more training opportunities with Mercury Counter. So if you're struggling with the timing there, come here and practice. Same with the deflects if you're struggling with that or any of the other mechanics. For now, we are going to travel back to Harada Estate main hall and try to work our way through here. This area can be very difficult, so we'll try to work our way through it. now that we're a little bit more upgraded. Get up onto the roof here after you take that guy down and squat. And there are two guys in the back there that are walking towards us. We're going to wait till they walk all the way up here. And then we're going to jump on the guy that has the axe on the left there. Super cool area. Wait till they get a little further down here than they are now. Then you can jump onto the guy on the left. And then hurry up and attack this guy. And squat. Try to sneak up behind this guy here. Wait till this other dude passes. You can get back up on the roof there and wait for these guys to come down too if you want. Try to get the axe guy, or the arrow guy here, because these guys are easy. And then we're going to work our way through some of this area here. There are enemies in here, I just don't remember where they're at. So we'll find them when we find them, I guess. Oh, there he is. So deflect, deflect, deflect. Got our oil. And another axe guy here. Divine Confetti. That boss that we saw in the pit earlier. The only way to damage him is with Divine Confetti. So not a good idea to go there quite yet, because you're gonna have a bad time, because you only have a couple of them, and it's just not worth it right now. You get reusable versions of some of the sugars from fighting those headless enemies, but not worth it in my opinion. I feel like I'm missing something here. I'm not sure what. Okay, maybe I'm just going crazy. For now, we're going to work our way down this way. And we're going to try to pull this encounter off smoothly. If we don't, we're going to reset and unfortunately have to do the whole area again, but it's worth the reset. So sneak your way up here and run up to this dude and backstab him. He's gonna call his buddies, try to hit him. And then we want to equip our axe and Ichimanji if you don't have it equipped. So there is a big mini boss over here, but there's a lot of enemies around that mini boss. So our goal here is going to be taking down all these other enemies first. There's a boss right there. We can't see him yet, but there's a lot of enemies. And there is a guy off in the distance here that will help us fight this boss. So we want to attempt to keep the boss away from that area for now, because we want to get a death blow on him. So we're going to try and take down all these other enemies first, and then we're going to reset the encounter, and then get a death blow, and then get that dude to help us, making the fight significantly easier. Okay? So get this guy here. over and get this axe guy. Just be careful of the boss, because he's going to be on you. Careful of these guys too, obviously. Use your iframes to your advantage. Watch out for the mini-boss. You can kind of bait him over in this direction. Just make sure you keep him kind of away from the area. If you bait him over here, then we can run this way and take down the rest of his guys. Uh-oh. Dangerously low on health here. So watch out for the boss. His attacks have a huge range, as you saw there. It's fine, because I'm going to take this dude down and reset this encounter. Hopefully, if we can get away alive. So run back to where we came from. Until you hear the music go away. And we're gonna run back in here. Squat. Wait till he gets a little further away from this dude, so we can get a death blow on him. So we're gonna get a death blow. Then we're gonna run over here, hit square on this guy, and XXXX through everything. And then he's gonna help us fight this guy. And he's gonna act as a tank. So we can just Ichimanji him. Watch out for his sweeping attacks. He can be easily deflected. The guy here is not going to last forever if you don't keep him somewhat distracted. That's going to kill us and him. Luckily, we got that death blow, so we got a... you see he's very low on health too, so we should be able to finish this. There we go. One deflect is all it took. We will get another prayer bead. Unfortunately, our buddy died here. You can talk to him afterwards if he's not dead, but unfortunately he died. So we're going to work our way into here. And around this corner is going to be a couple enemies. Get the dude with the axe, or the sword rather. And then right there is going to be a rest area for us. But we're going to pick up a couple things first. Our first little secret area here. If you come here and hug the wall, pop the hidden wall open. And there are a couple of items to get through here. Some more divine confetti. As well as, I think, another prayer bead, maybe? Yep, prayer bead. Get the other stuff while you're here, might as well. And I think that's it for the area. Go back to the wall and push on it. See that these guys were not having the best time tonight. Talk to this lady here.
The son of our... I saw a dreadful vision. It was pouring out more and more. It wouldn't stop. Wouldn't stop. master is deep in the mansion. My son, Inosuke, went to rescue him. So he's probably fine, but you never know. The young master might need you, rogue shinobi. Go to him, will you?
So, let's hit the idol here. And rest. And then we're going to see if we have the appropriate items to take this boss on. I don't think that we do. We do not. So back here is the boss of the area. Talk to this guy.
You, the young masters. I wouldn't go in there if I were you. Dreadful illusion techniques. Without a snap seed, it cannot be overcome. Take this.
Bio, you still in here?
Much, but it's what I have.
So, this is a snap seed. It is a seed that is going to allow you to get rid of illusion techniques that some of the people use and some enemies use. You can also use it for other bosses later on. This was the item that I was trying to see if we had access to. Down in here is the boss for the area. We're going to go check out a couple of the other vendors real quick. And maybe do Ashina Castle first before we do that. To see if we can get some more snap seeds, because they are useful in this lady's second phase. If you're following this walkthrough, you now have the ability to upgrade your physical attributes again with your prayer beads, so go ahead and do that. And then travel, let's go check some of the vendors here. Let's go to Outskirts, and then Outer Wall Stairway. Drop down here and see if this guy's got any snap seeds. Can't remember where you can buy snap seeds from.
Go on.
He does not, which is fine. Let's go check the other guy over here. They're not a requirement for the boss fight, but they do make one aspect of the second phase a little bit easier to deal with. Okay, no snap seeds for this dude either. Which is fine. For now, we're going to work our way up to Ashina Castle Gate. Or through Ashina Castle Gate, rather. I believe there's a vendor somewhere that sells snap seeds, just can't for the life of me remember which one it is. So, Ashina Castle. So, let's hit our remnant here.
Lord Kuro. It is time, Lady Emma. Yes, I know. Master Genichiro is waiting, is he not? I will return to the top of Ashina Castle. Wolf, that reed whistle we used before. This time, I will use it to call on you.
So, let's put on our shurikens and also Whirlwind Slash. And we have another mini boss up here. And he is a loud son of a bitch, but we are going to try to take him down smartly.
Will determine the fate of all Ashina. We go now to risk our lives for Lord Ishin and the peoples of Ashina. We are Ashina! We are unbreakable!
Super intense dude, right? We want to try and get a death blow on him, but not right now. We're going to try and jump onto this dude and take down these other gunners as well. As many as we can before we start getting taking damage. And then we're going to run down and reset the encounter. And if we need to take down more enemies, we will run up and do so. So jump on the guy that's next to him, and then we're going to try to use Whirlwind Slash to hit some of the other guys. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. This would be that point where I said, run. So we're going to run back down here. You can zigzag so you're not getting hit by the shots. Jump over to this point over here real quick. And do any kind of healing with pellets that you need to do. And the encounter will reset. We can jump across here. Might as well talk to this chick while we're here. And then you can just run right past this dude, and we're going to go kill his bosses. Or his bosses, his last guy here. Suck up all your goodies. Jump up to the roof here. And he is coming, and we want to get a death blow on him, and then he's just going to be another general. This fight can be a little hard, though, because we're fighting him on steps. Bop. You can actually time all those. I screwed up, obviously. Oops. Mercury Counter can be obviously Mercury countered. Back off and heal if you need to. Don't let him pull that crap off. Hit him with a Shuriken. Uh-oh. Use your chasing strike there that we unlocked earlier. Oh my goodness. You're making me mad, bro. Carry counter. Finally, I timed it right. And we will take them down for another prayer bead. Go up to the top of the steps here. And grab this. Which is Divine Grass. And then we will go down here. I don't think we need to rest necessarily. Open this up. Open this up. Just a shortcut to an area that we're going to get to a little bit later on, which is down here. So we're going to open this as well. Yeah, man, I held off on the one boss because I wanted you to see her. I don't know if we're going to get to her today. But it's the one that reminds me of the Sean fight from Sifu. So this is the area where we were at the beginning of the game, right? I can't remember if we picked up... Hidden Temple Key. So I don't think that we got the Gatehouse Key. Let me look here. Okay, I know where we need to head. Let's go back in here and up. Around the corner here. Crossed here. We will get a eavesdrop if we're stealthy enough.
You were the one that put the armor on that big bugger from Taro Troop.
Yeah, he was making a stink about it. It was a damned awful job.
But it looks like it paid off, didn't it? He already had a huge frame and massive strength, and you just made him near impervious to blades.
That is true, but he doesn't like that armor. And he sure didn't like me putting it on him. When a fight happens, it might come off easier than you think.
So we're going to move in and get the guy with the shield, or the spear rather, for the gatehouse key. And then while we're here, we might as well just unlock this Sculptor's Idol. So there's enemies in this courtyard here. Wolf. We're going to hit that wolf there. It's going to make these guys turn around. And then we're going to sprint past them. We don't want to fight this guy right now, but we might as well unlock this. So get here and rest as quickly as you can if you alerted the wolves, because they will attack you. And then we can come over here, talk to another vendor. And he has a prayer bead for $1,400. So we will pick that up. Very useful, obviously. So, sit here, and we will travel back to Ashina Castle. And then we will go this way. Same way we did before. Drop down here. There are two wolves off in the distance here. So we can get an eavesdrop real quick.
Shinobi somewhere around here. I heard the say. Lately it feels like an everyday occurrence. I know. Goes to show just how soon the battle will be upon us. Even more the reason to take these reports seriously.
And then I'm trying to think of what would be the easiest way to where we need to go. And I think it's probably going to be this way. Up here. Squat, jump over, squat, hit this guy. Somebody pause. Oh, it's this freaking chick. That's fine. Just run over here and get this open. Move in here quickly and open this to get another prosthetic tool, the Gyobo's Broken Horn. Grab the heavy coin purse, and then we're going to run. Back to where we came from, to the branch. Run up here. Just run past all these guys for now. We're going to be coming back here later to fight a boss, but we don't want to fight him right now. So, move your way up here and head back. Oh, actually, you know what? I should probably, let's rest so that we don't have to worry about getting attacked here. So we're gonna go find a vendor real quick that we can get to go back to the dilapidated temple. But I just can't for the life of me remember where he is, so I'm gonna look it up real quick. Okay, so we're gonna head up the wall here. I believe he's down here somewhere. So let's jump up here. Drop down here. Let's see what kind of enemies we're dealing with here. Spear dude, we want him down, so let's take down on him. And the gun guy as well. And another spear bro that we can get with. There are a lot of freaking guys here. So, fight your butt off. Clear out all of these guys. Grab the shard. Oops. Nope, I go this way. And there's a guy around here somewhere, I think. Oh, here he is. Okay, so talk to this guy.
You're not one of the samurai of this castle, are you, friend? You look like a shinobi. A skilled one.
That's right.
Yeah, I thought so. Well, you sure got me out of the pot. You see, some unfortunate things happened. And then they were after me day and night. I was at the end of my rope. But boy, did you show them. Here, take this with my thanks. See, I deal in information. It's how I make my living. Yeah, you still need... Oh, he who... Maybe... Look, friend. Maybe... Look, maybe...
So just make sure you exhaust his dialogue there, and he will eventually move to the dilapidated temple. And then... I'm trying to remember, I thought for sure there was a gourd seed around here too. Give me a second here. So those guys, I mean, you can fight them if you want to. As you saw, I took a couple of them down. They're not that hard to fight, but that last area there with the dude that comes screaming at you, it's not worth it. Just run around the corner, get up here in this window, and hit the idol. Then go ahead and grab the item out of here, which will be another handy Gourd Seed. And then we are going to come around here for another decent farm in this guy who gives you a good chunk of XP. And then you just rest again. And since we're so close to a point, we'll do this a couple of times till we get it. Maybe one more. That being said, though, we got our third point here, so let's go see what kind of skills we can acquire. So we definitely want Shinobi Eyes. That's going to be a very handy tool for Mercury Counter. So let's hit run and slide in this to unlock this one here. We'll unlock that eventually. This guy, actually, you know what? I don't think I rested, did I? No, I didn't. These guys are very difficult to fight, but I highly suggest that you take the time to fight this guy straight up, because there are a lot of these guys here. You can get your Mercury Counter timing down. You can get their Deflect down. They're very intense. And this is a one-on-one fight with them. You might as well just do it while you're here. Like I said, once you do your farming of this guy, I would recommend continuing to practice fighting him. For now, we're going to quickly... Oh, no, we're not, because I need to grab one more item here. This area we will do in a little bit. Jump down here. And right down there are 4 enemies. One of them is the blue guy that we just fought. So we want to try and get a death blow on him. The other ones are just basic enemies. So let's jump down on him. And we got it. Try and choke point these guys here. Kill him. And then we can grab the sugar as well as another prosthetic tool, which I believe is the spear. Sabimaru. And then open this. And this is the reservoir area, I believe. And this is where we got the gate key. I think, at least. Oh, I totally Mercury countered you, bro. Oh my gosh. You're so aggressive. No, stop it. So anyway, I don't recommend going out there. We don't need to go out there right now. We will deal with that area later. Grab this and head down this way and open this. And this is going to be the gate from earlier. Where the mini-boss was. So for now we're going to run past all these dudes. We already fought them. Just kind of swerve your way down here. That spear dude messed us up, so we want to get to a rest point. And then we are going to travel back to the dilapidated temple. We're going to talk to Emma. Oh, actually, not yet. We're not going to talk to Emma. We're going to come over to this vendor here. And he has a Gourd Seed for 2,000, which we want to pick up. So,
until next
if
time,
you've been following this, you should have plenty of coin purses. So we will open... Can't remember if these are 500 or 200. 500, okay. So one heavy purse. We also have plenty of small purses, which I believe are 200. And we will purchase the Gourd Seed.
Until next time.
As far as the other items he has coin purses if you need to buy other... you know, this is a good place to come and buy these purses to save your money if you're going to go into a boss, which we're going to do here in a little bit.
I'm glad you...
Go ahead and give her both of your Gourd Seeds.
Goodbye.
And then come in here and we will outfit our new prosthetic tools that we picked up, which are our loaded spear and Sabimaru.
Another time.
And then we will begin to work our way through Ashina Castle. So we want to go to Upper Tower Antechamber. I'll give her both of my Gourd Seeds. Yes, we are in for long haul. The thing about this is YouTube does not show me how long I've been going. I don't even know how long I've been going. So, Antechamber is where we're at. We're going to kill this dude. And then we're going to squat and sneak up behind this guy here. Then we're going to squat and get behind the old lady who will alert everybody to your presence. We don't want any of that crap, so take her down. And then we'll get behind this guy and kill him. Coming up on 4 hours, my goodness. We're going to go up there in a second, but we want to come over here and backstab this dude. And we're going to have to fight this guy. Mercury's. Deflects. And he does have the ability to lower his posture like some of the bosses. When he backs up, that's typically what he's going to do. Watch out for the Mercury Counter. If you don't time it right, you're going to have a bad time. And that will kill him. Dramatic fall and blood spray there. Suck up all our goodies, and then this is going to be our next secret wall that we can push open. And then we can grab the item. And this chest, which I believe is a prayer bead, but I could be wrong. Prayer bead. So that'll give us, I think, what, 4 prayer beads? 3 maybe? So open this. Take this item. Up into here we go. Grab the sugar. Now, this area is it's not fun from this direction. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to run right past these guys, okay? We're going to run up the steps and get to the idol and rest as quickly as possible. And then we will worry about those enemies in a second. So we have 3 prayer beads. We're going to get 1 more here, which will allow us to increase our attack power. yet again. Or our vitality, rather. Hit the remnant.
Emma, tell me, what has caused the state of this man?
The rejuvenating waters. That is what it is called.
Are you telling me that this is Ashina's secret weapon?
I am. Those who drink it cannot fully die. No. They become unable to die at all. The rejuvenating water, it also...
It springs from the dragon's blood, does it not?
Yes.
Lady Emma, I do not believe the dragon's blood is sacred. Not at all.
Okay. So we are gonna head back down here. We might as well take out these enemies. So we can sneak around the corner and run up to this dude and kill him before this guy knows we're there. Oh, that freaking Mercury Counter, man. This is why we don't necessarily want to fight these guys head on. Nope. Because they are a pain. Oh my gosh, how many times am I going to miss this dude's Mercury Counter? You can really work him over if you get those Mercury Counters, but my timing's just off for whatever reason. There we go. Finally. And now you see why we ran past these dudes, because now we're going to sneak up to this guy who is basically a harder version of the guy we just fought. So we'll backstab him. And we'll kill this little old lady. And then you can open this shortcut here and run away. Okay, so here's the plan right now. We're closing in on 4 hours, so we're going to fight this guy in the next room. Then I think we're going to go try to take on Lady Butterfly to finish the stream. She might be a little complicated without the snap seeds. We do have one, so that might be enough. So this guy right here is an Ashina Elite, and he is literally here for one reason, and that is to test how good your deflecting is, because the boss above us here requires that you have very good timing on your deflects. But this dude is typically really easy. We'll see. Sometimes he works me over, sometimes I work him over. We'll see how it goes. I am going to take a half a second of break here, just for a second. Okay, first rule of Sekiro is never fight a boss on a full bladder, right? So we're gonna move in. This guy really relies on one attack where he sheathes his sword, and then you will see a glint from the sheath, and then he does a kind of double swipe. So as soon as you see that little glint from the sword, you're gonna double tap L1. Double tap your deflect. Double tap your deflect. Sometimes he does other attacks, but he really kind of relies on this. This guy, if you don't know this strategy, he's going to work you over, because not only is that double slash really powerful, but he also follows it up with a bunch of other attacks. But if you hit him and deflect it, he'll just keep typically doing it over and over. It depends on you know, how the run's going, so we'll see how it goes. He also can be kind of cheesed with the Sabimaru, which is a shorter sword that you use to poison enemies. You can do that if you're struggling. I think that this strategy is the best way to go, so we'll see if we can pull it off. So let's move in, lock on to him, and then you can run up and get a couple attacks in. See, I missed the deflect. Sometimes he does them very quick. If he hits you, back off and heal. L1 twice. L1 twice. Don't get in the corner. You're going to be in for a really bad time. And that's it, really. Now, you can't get a death blow on this dude, unfortunately. He does have that sweep attack, so watch for the kanji and jump. And that will take down the Ashina Elite. Chances are that dude's going to wreck you, but if you just follow my strategy that I just told you, which is simply double tapping the L1 button as soon as you see that glint from the corner of his sword, we'll be in for an easier fight there. So that will give us 4 prayer beads. So we're going to go over and enhance our physical attributes, raising our posture and health. And then we are going to travel back to Harada, the Harada Audience Chamber. Bio, you still in here? Doesn't look like it. We're going to move in anyway. I did want him to
Listen.
To see this boss fight, but oh, okay, he is in here. Yes, sir. All right, this is the boss fight I was talking about that reminds me of Sean, aesthetically, not the actual fight. This chick can kick my butt sometimes. This is probably going to be, if you're following this playthrough, this is going to be your second big hurdle. The ogre's probably going to be the first, but I showed you a pretty ridiculous strategy for that one. There's really nothing. There are ways to cheese this girl, but I kind of got away from the cheesing strategies and just like fighting her straight up. I haven't done it with this low of posture and attack in probably years, so there's a good chance that we are going to die here, which is a good point, because let's see how much money we have and how close we are to XP. Let's go do a quick farming run real quick, just to get that turned into a skill point, because there is a good chance that she is going to whoop me. The strategy for Lady Butterfly is fairly simple. You just need to stay aggressive on her. That's it. You need to attack and deflect her attacks as they're coming in. She's gonna jump up onto a wire, which kind of holds her up off the air. As soon as she gets up there, sometimes you can smack her off with your Shuriken. The first phase is rather simple. You just need to stay aggressive and kick her butt. Second phase gets a little bit more complicated, but not too much. She pulls out some other attacks, but she does pull up a... Oops, I don't want to travel. She does pull up a illusion that you can get away with the snap seeds. If you use a snap seed, it will pop them away. You can also all the illusions are one shot. They will damage you, so you can just run around and smack them with the sword. Sometimes you get lucky enough that you're so aggressive on her that she doesn't even have a time to pull out the illusions, which is nice, obviously. But so, oh my gosh, we're so close. So we'll see if we can get her. We only have one snap seed, unfortunately, but I can't for the life of me. I know there's a vendor somewhere that sells them. I don't know if we maybe haven't found him yet. Okay, so we got our second point. We don't need to kill these guys. Just run past them, and we're going to go back to where we were. Now that that XP has turned into a hard point, we are unable to lose it. And that is a good spot to be in because the boss we are going into is probably going to kill you. Let's be honest. So, in we go. And down into the fight with Lady Butterfly for a cool cutscene. Use the hidden temple key that we got from Al. And we see little Kuro down in there. Let's head on in.
Father? Mother? The butterflies. Everyone is gone.
My lord. Illusion technique.
Ah. It's been a long time, son of Owl.
I need Butterfly. Leave us.
Who are...
Do what must be done.
She looks like an old lady, but I assure you she's a bad bitch.
Now then, son of Owl, shall we dance?
We shall. So make sure you lock on to her to begin with. Run up. Uh-oh. Got the wrong weapon out there. Back off and heal. Get her off the wire with the shurikens. You want to jump there, not dodge, obviously, to do that out. If you need to heal, back off, but don't do too much dancing around because her posture goes down pretty quick. Jump and bop on her head, which I blew again. You can use the chasing strike to get in closer. We are going to be in for a not very good time for the second phase here, unfortunately, because we use so much of our healing. She's going to appear here. We want to pause right now and put on our snap seed in case we need it. She's going to appear right over here, so get over here. And as soon as she jumps down, lock on and start beating her. out of shurikens, which is not good. And now she called in the illusions, so we're going to switch to our snap seeds, come into the middle of them, and pop the snap seed. We'll get rid of most of them, I believe. She will turn them into kind of things that will fly at you and damage you if you didn't take them all down. Right there. Oh boy. Yeah, timing. Back off and heal. And get back on her. We both thought we were going to attack there, which is funny. Just stay on her. It's a long fight, especially when you're out of shurikens. But she's going to call those in again, so we need to be mindful of those. And that will take down Lady Butterfly. It's definitely a cooler shot if you're not stuck in the corner here like we were. But we will get the memory as well as the Sakura droplet. And we will get a cool little cutscene here.
Throw away such loyalty. Loyal wolf, take my blood and live again.
So, that will complete the Harada Estate memory for now. We are going to go use our boss memory and rest here. So let's rest. And enhance attack power with Lady Butterflies. If you're struggling with her, you just got to remember you got to stay aggressive on her. Don't play defensive against her. She will eat you alive for sure. So stay aggressive on her. If you see the red kanji pop up, jump. She does not have a thrust attack that you Mercury that I know of. So every time that kanji comes up, it's going to be a jump.
Sculptor, what did that Buddha show you?
Were you listening?
Tell
Flames.
Flame.
That is
So come talk to him.
Another time that
You'll see various enemies throughout the game that you can offer a drink to. This just opens up dialogue options. Maybe we'll do some of that throughout the playthrough. And I think we are set up pretty perfect to take on Genichiro, which is going to be the big hurdle here. So we're going to go to the Upper Tower Ashina Dojo. And we will call the stream here for today. I think we got ourselves pretty well set up for continuing the story next time we stream. So I appreciate everyone for hanging out. Subscribe to us here on YouTube, Showboys Gaming, which is what you're on right now, or Showboys Podcast, our other channel. Join our Discord. The links are around here somewhere, and that's a good way to keep in contact with all of us. We have a episode Thursday where we will be tier ranking the Star Wars movies. So come hang out then, and I will see you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. We'll see how things pan out. Thanks for hanging out.